Happy Halloween. Happy, what else? Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Where have we been? Who cares? We're back with another all-new Horror Nights Gauntlet and the HHN 30 review. Where have we been? Where have you been, Lauren? Have you had a good holiday? No. Let's get into it. Happy Halloween? Happy... It's January? Maybe this is February.
Maybe it's June.
Maybe it's June when you're watching this. I don't know.
Maybe it's HHN 31.
Yeah, maybe it's summer and who knows. But it's January right now. You can judge me when it gets posted. So Halloween Horror Nights 30 happened, and we're gonna review it, and time went by. I did do a review with Timmy from In the Queen's Throne Room podcast, but a lot of my opinions have changed since then, because I'm nothing if not very inconsistent. So we recorded an opening weekend review. We got really sick at opening weekend, and we recorded a review, over a week later, and then I was really busy that week, so I couldn't edit it the following week. So now we were 2 weeks out from opening weekend, and I was like, what is the point? And, so I don't know, it's a lost episode. One day, maybe I'll start a Patreon. Maybe I'll be consistent, I don't know. Let's do it! Let's do a Horror Nights 30 review. So the tribute store and merchandise. I liked it. The store, it was pretty. I kind of like last year's store better. I don't know. It had this kind of cute thing running through it that it all kind of felt like it was supposed to be a house. And then the gardens of the house and the back of the house. There was these little letters hidden throughout it. So you could uncover a story. That was really cute. I like that. I don't know that it necessarily felt as this is an anniversary year as the past. Facade for the tribute store. So, I love that the tribute store gets a really detailed facade. I wish that the facade matched the aesthetic of the scare zone it was sitting in. So the tribute store for 29 was sitting in the middle of Zombieland. But it kind of worked because it was carnival-esque and the scare zone was a carnival, right? This, you have this super sci-fi 1970s aesthetic, and then you have this old rickety house, and it's right across from each other. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of contrastingly. I didn't care for that. Did it live up to the previous years for me personally? Not really. But it was cute, it was really cute. As far as merchandise goes this year, I wasn't a big fan. I usually buy, I don't know, it's I feel like I'm on a constant wave with Halloween Horror Nights merchandise where some years I buy an ungodly amount of shit, and other years I buy one or two things. I'm okay. So I wasn't that crazy about the merchandise this year as a whole, at least as far as the t-shirts go. I tend to buy quite a few t-shirts. I don't know, it just depends on the designs and whether I think that they're actually wearable or if I think they're kind of embarrassing. Because you remember t-shirt gate, the Bride of Frankenstein t-shirt gate, or the Halloween Horror Nights 30 preview merchandise gate.
What did you call it before?
Nightmare Horror Nights, where you don't know how much merchandise is going to be there. You don't know if it's going to be at the event. But there were a couple of shirts I did buy. As far as unique things go, however, I thought there were some really interesting added items this year that were different, unexpected, that were cool, that were worth talking about. So we're gonna rank merchandise. But that would be completely unwielding and ridiculous. So what we actually did is we compiled our 5 favorite bits of merchandise from this past year, and I guess we'll just go over those. Or at least the things that we liked the most and that we thought were the most interesting. Anyway, without further ado, coming in 5th place of the top 5 pieces of merchandise available this year was the Midnight Syndicate Halloween Horror Nights soundtrack vinyl. They did 3 printings of this. It was first released with the kind of black, this design, that design, which I had a friend get a hand on for me. The second issuing was the comic book print. Like, they did a t-shirt of it as well. That came out this year. The other design was the previous year. And then they finally ended it with a picture disc. The reason this is ranked 5th place and not 1st place is that while I love that they did a vinyl, I think the availability was bullshit. I think the 500 copies or 1,000 copies getting immediately scalped was ridiculous when it was only a $50 item. Like, it would have sold just fine. I don't know. Whatever, scarcity, Vinyl. Good soundtrack, I guess.
Have you
It's
listened
pretty.
to it?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of it before. It's all just Midnight Syndicate tracks, and mostly stuff from the website. But it was nostalgic. Vinyls. They could be higher. But I think it was kind of shitty the way they were handled. In 4th place for merchandise this year, the candles. The candles were made by Magic Candle Company. I thought this was a really cool idea. They did basically a themed scent for a bunch of different houses. So there was a Puppet Theater scent, a Wicked Growth scent, a Revenge of the Tooth Fairy scent, a Good Guy scent, or a Chucky scent, and 2 Frankenstein scents, one for the bride and one for the monster. For the most part, I didn't actually care for the way the smells actually smelled. I don't think they smelled like the houses, but I did think the idea was really cool. Like, I thought both of the Frankenstein smells just kind of smelled like candy. The Tooth Fairy smell was nice. It was like a bakery smell, but it just didn't smell like Tooth Fairy to me. Puppet Theater smelled like popcorn, and I thought it should have smelled like baby powder. And Wicked Growth smelled like pumpkins, but I thought it should have smelled like dirt. The house smelled like dirt. But then there was the Chucky candle, which just smelled like melted plastic, which was disgusting. So they're lower because I think the smells were kind of not great, but I think the idea was and they should do it again. But the candles, really interesting little piece of merchandise this year. Okay, coming in at number 3 was the glassware, which they've done 3 years in a row now, technically 2, if you don't count HHN, if you don't count HHN, they were completely different cups last year. This year it was all IPs, so it was like Chucky had a cup, it was Texas Chainsaw, it was another Frankenstein cup, it was definitely Beetlejuice cup. There was not a Hill House cup. They're cute. I don't know, I like them. They're very nostalgic. They remind me of those cups that would come with Happy Meals, kind of. I really like them. Universal does them for the daytime park attractions as well. It's mostly extinct attractions. I think it's entirely extinct attractions. I really like them. I think they're cute. And I'm glad to see them again. In 2nd place, we have the icon paintings. These were, of course, on display in the grand living room, ballroom, whatever you want to call it, of the tribute store. And then halfway through the event, they started selling $150 prints of them. Were really nice. I think these are really unique. They do prints every year, but I just thought these were very unique prints, given that they're something that was part of the store. This specifically I just thought was neat, and I think that lands in 2nd place. Coming in 1st place for merchandise this year, it's going to be the Studio Screamers. I know people who bought dozens of these. I know people who have 15, just the Caretaker. They just were trading everyone for the Caretaker. I think Jess from Scream Queens has 1 billion Caretakers. What were all the characters? It was you get Caretaker, Jack, Chance, Frankenstein's monster, and Chucky. Oh, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
And the Creature was really hard to find, and Chucky and Caretaker were in 99% of the boxes. I bought one, but I thought they were really cute. I don't know, I like to spend my money on alcohol, I guess. But overall, merchandise, maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe there were some shining stars, and maybe there was some good. Food was everything I wanted it to be this year. If for all of my complaints about merchandise, food really fucking knocked it out of the park this year. Maybe just because it's I feel self-satisfied because I predicted that it would be a food festival environment, and that's what it was. But it's what I wanted, so I'm not mad. It's also that I just thought the execution of the cards was, while not perfect, very cute. Maybe not every IP, but a lot of the IPs had a designated cart to represent them. So, there was a food truck that was themed to, a circus tent. It wasn't a food truck, but it was, it was a food stall. and it looked, obviously it was themed to Jack and icons. Or there was one that was a gas station, and obviously it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or all of the bars were kind of castle aesthetics. And it's like, okay, the Bride of Frankenstein. There was, you know, a little house for Haunting of Hill House. There was a sweet shop with little fairies on it for the Tooth Fairy. There was a barn with scarecrows for what the fuck is that house called?
Wicked
Growth. Jesus Christ.
You monster.
It's January.
Put some respect on its name.
What happened? What was the last one? Oh my god. There was Beetlejuice had the Twisted Tater carts, and they were kind of kooky, expressionist kind of aesthetic. Anyway, I thought the execution of the food carts was extremely well done. I thought that the various food offerings felt themed to the IPs in a good way. And then there was also just good food, for the most part. Good for a theme park festival. I was not upset. I was really pleased. I feel like I ended up getting food every single night. I ended up getting Horror Nights food, which is rare and was also detrimental to my wallet. But I'm not mad. And we have decided, because it's a ranking show and the internet loves rankings and arbitrary lists, we're gonna rank some food. Coming in at number 5 for our top 5 snacks and foods at Halloween Horror Nights 30 was the Carnivore smoked wings, which were available at the Jack food stall, where you could get the donut slider, the PB&J, and the Jack and Coke. These were a sweet chili glazed jumbo chicken wing served with barbecue kettle chips. They were like sweet, they were spicy, they were zesty. It was honestly good chicken. It only came with 2 pieces of chicken, but I love me some chicken, baby, and I love spicy food. And I thought they were really good. Yeah, I only had these once, but they were really good. I had this I had this and the donut burger. But these savory, sweet, a little salty, a little spicy, I liked it. I thought they were good. Would eat again if they were to return. Coming in at number 4 for food, and this was, I feel like this is a hot topic, debatable, endlessly debatable, with a bourbon candied pork belly. Divisive, debatable. I loved them. Other people did not love them. It was basically a pork belly strip on a stick, dipped in candied apple syrup, and then let to harden, which I did not expect, because in the picture I thought it was going to be like just a glaze that you could like bite into it. Figured like sweet, savory, spicy, whatever. But the like candiedness was really weird, but the flavor, like the sweet and the salty, was just like, it's really good. Like if I had any complaints, it's just that like unfortunately they were a little cold, but like they were really good. And I had like 4 or 5 over the course of the event. Like I was low-key kind of obsessed with them. Meat and candy.
The candy was almost like too hard though.
The candy was occasional, but sometimes you get a really thin shell of it.
That would be nice, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna chip a fucking tooth.
Yeah.
Or like bust open the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, just like fucking slice right up into your like sinus cavity. Coming in at number 3, I thought these were really good. I don't know how you feel, but the pumpkin guts. It was a butternut squash and pumpkin, I think, and like maybe zucchini and cucumber salad with pumpkin seeds. It was so good. It was like, I don't know. It was, so this was at the the Wicked Growth cart. I don't know. It was just hot, steamy gourds. I don't know if you're not into gourds. This probably was disgusting to you, but I thought it was fucking so good. Just like steamy, Halloween, autumnal, good, savory, kind of salty, delicious, so good, very good. Yeah. Coming in at number 2 is the Field of Screams Gyoza. Now, we've been debating this because opening weekend, these were fucking incredible. But in the middle of the event, they kind of started to get like hard, and every time we would order them, they were just hard, like rock hard. But when you would get these right, they'd be steamy and slippery, and like, what were they, like turkey and pumpkin or something? So they were spicy ground turkey and butternut squash, and they were served with a ponzu dipping sauce. And, you know, I worked at an Asian restaurant for 5 years, and I had access to gyoza every night of those 5 years. And these were so motherfucking good. And then they weren't. When they hit right, they hit right. And they were a great drunk snack. They did not go well with the bog slime whatsoever. But they were good. Yeah, they were really good. And coming in first place, the stuffed brisket. Baby, I think I had one of these every single night of the event. I'm not kidding. Like, I ended up trying everything there. There was also a tempeh Reuben. There was just a regular grilled cheese. What else was there? There was a jalapeno, like a spicy one, which it was also good. But my God, this brisket. I mean, it wasn't like super filling. You know, it was at the Haunting of Hill House cart, and it was over by the pizza fries and the twisted taters, and like generally, I feel like we were starting our night at the sound stages and working our way clockwise around to the Shrek Theater. So it's like by the time we would get to this cart, I was usually fucked up beyond words. She was heaven. She was like a gift from the sobering gods. She said, "You hungry? You feeling a little fucked up? Have a sandwich. You want some brisket, baby?
You got a 2-hour drive ahead of you.
You got a 2-hour drive back to Tampa, baby. You got to drive back to Tampa." I miss her. I'm gonna be thinking, because you know, like, they're not gonna bring anything back.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the street corn from 29. R.I.P. It's all gone. Did you miss it? Sorry. What are we drinking today? The remixed pumpkin. No. We're drinking that remixed peanut butter and jelly drink that from the. Yeah, you remember.
Circus peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that. But what is eating without drinking? And of course we ranked the drinks. And unlike the food and unlike the merchandise, we did rank all of the drinks, excluding no canned beer, and we didn't include the wine because coming in last place. I don't know what these numbers are. 1, 2, 3. It's 10. There were 10 drinks. So in 10th place was the Texas Heat Margarita. This was spicy tamarind margarita with a chili lime spiced rim. I was hyped. I thought this was going to be my number one drink of the season. I love spicy food. I love a spicy beverage. I love a spicy margarita. Unfortunately, this was just kind of not. I don't know. It wasn't spicy. It was kind of just gross. I had it one time on opening night. It was super syrupy. It kind of tasted like tequila. It was mostly just kind of gross. Like, you can't just throw tahini on the top of a drink and say, "It's spicy now." I'll be honest, I didn't think the signature drinks, nothing has hit like 29. 29 really knocked it out of the park with the drinks. There were some good ones. This was not one of them. This was obviously Texas Heat, available at the Texas Chainsaw Cart, meant to complement the barbecue. I feel like this is where something like a Jack and Coke probably should have gone. A whiskey drink probably should have gone here instead, and Jack's drink probably should have been something with. Honestly, I don't know why. We'll get to it. I don't know why it wasn't a Jacked Up Carnage. We'll get to that. Coming in 9th place is the Voodoo Ranger IPA. I don't really care for Voodoo Ranger IPA person. I'm not much of an IPA drinker, but it was fine. I didn't have it during the event. I've had this beer several times before. I knew I didn't need to order it. I know what a fucking Voodoo Ranger tastes like. It was okay. It's down here with Texas Heat because I just don't care for it in general, and I already knew that. Number 8 is, I'm gonna get red for filth for this, but is the Ace Space beer float. This was good, to be objective. Like, it was an Ace beer. It was I think an orange. It was some kind of orange drink. It was like an orange. Whatever. It was an orange beer with an ice cream float on top of it. Very tasty, tastes great, but I have zero desire to drink a beer and ice cream when I'm drinking mostly like liquor all night. So this is not something that's gonna mix well with Horror Nights for me. So it was kind of a no-go for me. It tasted nice. I had a sip of a friend of ours, but I like knew from the get-go that was not something I wanted to order. It was something I was gonna trust to try from a friend.
I think I had it not like the one day I didn't go with you. Yeah, it's just that's not really what I want to drink when I'm walking around.
Yeah, when I'm walking around sweating in a hot theme park, That's the thing, like, it's hot at Horror Nights. Like, it's not... Sure, it's autumn, but it's fucking hot as fuck during Horror Nights. I don't want to drink this milky, ice creamy thing with beer in it. It's too much for me. Tasted very nice. The flavor was lovely, just not for me. So it's down here mostly because it's just... There are worse things above it, honestly. Coming in at number 7 is the bog slime. Objectively more gross than the Space Ace, but also drinkable. Bog slime was one of the signature beverages. It was gin, lime juice, and a house-made matcha cardamom syrup. The syrup at the bottom was legitimately kind of gross. It was really thick. But it added to this tartness, which was, I thought, very drinkable, because I honestly prefer a tart alcoholic beverage to something super sweet. Like, tart or bitter is kind of more my vibe. At least as far as alcohol, like liquor goes. With a beer, I don't mind sweet. Anyway, bog slime, it was more like a texture thing. Like, was what was gross about it. Like, because the flavor was there. The flavor was good. But I only got it on opening night because I was like, I can't see myself drinking this ever again. Like, the flavor was good. And, like, I could see, like, I honestly thought flavor-wise, it was maybe, like, had the best flavor of the mixed cocktails. But the texture was just so fucking weird. I couldn't do it. Number 6 was the Jack's Old Fashioned Jack and Coke. What do you say about a Jack and Coke? It's a Jack and Coke. There's nothing special about it, but it's very serviceable, very drinkable. I like Jack Daniels. I like Coke. What was in this? So it was Tennessee whiskey. Obviously, it was Jack Daniels. Cherry brandy and old fashioned syrup. If I was gonna have a Jack and Coke flavor, the cherry was not super readable to me personally. I would personally recommend, if you're looking for a Jack and Coke at Horror Nights, go to the cart in the amphitheater. What is that area called? Go to the little cart across from Monster Cafe. It's open all year. You can get one right now. You can get a frozen Jack and Coke. More expensive, but you're going to get a lot more of it. And honestly, it's much better because it tastes like a Coke slushie with Jack Daniels in it. As far as this goes, it's this high because you can't really fuck up a Jack and Coke. So the thing about the Jack and Coke is, like, if you're gonna do a Jack themed cart, why the fuck didn't they bring back the jacked up Carnage from Halloween Horror Nights 25? She was spicy, she was delicious. You could have gotten rid of the disgusting spicy Texas heat, put the Jack and Coke over at the Texas chainsaw stand because Jack Daniels makes more sense in Texas anyway. Does it? I guess it's Tennessee. Whiskey makes more sense in Texas. And then we could have had the delicious Fireball whiskey. I would have also been a whiskey drink, but who fucking cares? That motherfucker was so good. It was the 30th anniversary. Why not bring back an old drink? I'm still mad. I'm still mad. Coming in at number 5, forgive me, beer snobs, I am gonna fuck this up. The Hacker Shore Oktoberfest Beer? Maybe? The Oktoberfest Beer that you could get at some of the carts. You could definitely get it at the big beer stand at Battery Park location, but they brought in like quite a few craft beers this year. On draft, I thought this one was very good. Honestly, I'm gonna piss off a bunch of fans. I liked this better than the Dufftoberfest. We're not including Dufftoberfest in this ranking because you can get it every year. I thought this was really drinkable. It tasted like an Oktoberfest beer. It was good. I don't have a lot to say about it. I'm not a deep connoisseur of beers, but I did drink quite a few of these. And this one was good. It was really good. At number 4, I feel like this is a hot take. Number 4 is the Poison Tea Party. When I first tried it.
The hot take is that it's so high on your list.
The hot take is that I know a lot of people who thought this was the best drink of the year.
What?
I have so many people. But the first time I had one, and thank God I tried it again because it ended up being better, but the first time I had a Poison Tea Party, that motherfucker tasted like chlorine. What was in it? It was iced tea and lemonade rum punch with huckleberry and allspice. I feel like if I mixed it myself, it would be delicious. Do you know what I mean? Like if you made it yourself or you had a bartender actually make it for you.
Be less watered down.
Yeah, but like it was very watered down. It was very syrupy. It didn't really taste like alcohol. It just tasted like at first. But then over the course of the event, it kind of grew on me. I don't know. maybe I got better batches. There were definitely some nights where I was like, she do taste like rum, okay.
Or you started drinking earlier in the night something else, and then you were like, let me try that again now that I'm drunk.
Okay, that's the tea too, is I definitely had it quite a few times when I was already drunk. And I was like, this is good. What? This is good. So, I don't know, maybe it sucked. Maybe it really did suck. In third place is the Orange Blossom Pilsner. Yeah, I'm a big fan of like an orange beer. I love a Blue Moon. I love a Shock Top. I think they just taste good. I think orange and beer goes together. This is really good. It was a little sweeter than like maybe your Blue Moon or your Shock Top, but it went down a little bit smoother. I thought it was really good. I ended up getting this quite a few times throughout the season. It's go-to. Thought it was really good. It was between this and another beer that I was getting a lot this season. I feel like a lot of years I end up getting a lot of like Angry Orchard or a lot of Blue Moon, because the same place you can get the Jack and Coke, you can get Blue Moon on tap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can get like Bud Light or Blue Moon, so I always end up getting Blue Moon. But this was good, and I feel like I didn't have a lot of Blue Moon this year because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. I'll get the Orange Blossom Pilsner instead, and I would like go out of my way to go find one that had the Pilsner. So I really liked it. I thought it was good. Number 2 is the Ghoul Juice. This was my number 1 for a while. I didn't really start drinking the beer until a couple weeks into the season for whatever reason. I was just like drinking a lot of cocktails.
Well, they had a lot more, I feel like, mixed drinks than they
It took a while to get through all the mixed drinks. To be fair. I mean, this is 10 drinks that we're going through, and that's not counting cans and wine, which I didn't drink any wine, but I did drink a lot of canned drinks too. Ghoul Juice was mango rum with cherry, lime, and allspice. Ghoul Juice and the Poison Tea Party were the main cocktails of the event. I would say they were the true, like, Halloween Horror Nights 3 cocktails, and the rest were, you could only get them at certain bars. These you could get at everywhere. You could also get these for the first time in City Walk, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Right across from Voodoo Donuts, that bar over there.
Okay, yeah.
You can get Ghoul Juice and you can get a tea party.
Now that you're saying that, I feel like I like maybe saw it, but like didn't process.
That, yeah, like in City Walk. Weird, right?
Yeah.
It was good. I thought there were nights that the Ghoul Juice was very sweet, and I was like, There were nights where it tasted tartar sauce. There were nights that it was more tart. And when it was more tart, I liked it more. But she was good. She can get a big glass of her and go sit down for Nightmare Fuel. It's a good night. She got me through a lot of the event. Easy, you know. Goes down fast. You can drink her quick. Refreshing. She hit all of the marks, you know. Very drinkable. Refreshing. Mostly tart, so you're not overwhelmed by the sugar for the most part. I like that. I also, you know what? I like that the 2 big drinks were also both themed to an IP. So each of the main drinks you could get at its IP'd stall. So, you know, Ghoul Juice was a Beetlejuice drink. Tea Party was a Hill House drink. Love that about it. So much like how Jacked Up Carnage should have been the drink for Jack, right? This, to me, very good. But how do you live up to the Saturn? The Saturn, which was a perfect Halloween Horror Nights beverage, tasted delicious, and I still mourn her and end up making it for myself often. Ghoul Juice, don't see myself making in the future, but it tasted good. Number 2, yeah. Coming in at number 1 was the Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale. I didn't used to care for pumpkin beer. Like, I feel like I've turned around on it in the past couple of years. But, like, I've started to really like it, and this motherfucker was like autumn. It was autumn in a cup, but it was a beer. It was so good. Really good. I had it lower, and Lauren was like, really? And I was like, you're right. You're right. It is number 1. That motherfucker was so good. Like, we gotta hunt her down.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, it's just so good. It is autumn. It's
like normally
it's maybe one of the better pumpkin beers that I have had. Like, and I love craft beer, right? So like I always have like different pumpkin ales all the time.
I had quite a few this season. Like different pumpkin beers, like different like parties. This one might have been my favorite. Maybe because it was at Horror Nights, but I don't think so. Like, I feel like I'm objective enough about Horror Nights that even though I can be blinded by how much I love it, I can also be like, this sucked. And it was really good. bring back the beer bar, but with... On the one hand, I'm like, bring back different beers every year, but on the other hand, I'm like, that pumpkin beer was so good. But I feel like you gotta do original craft beers every year because you gotta do original cocktails every year.
There's also so many craft beers, so like there's more pumpkin ales. You know,
Yeah,
you
course,
can try different things.
We gotta have something. We want new cocktails every year. We want new beer every year. You set a standard, you can't go back. It was good. So drinks, they were good. Back by popular demand, let's close out part 1 of the very long Halloween Horror Nights 30 review. Scarecrow Stock Toot and Boot, Season 2. So if you are not aware, or if you are heterosexual, you are not aware of Fashion Photo Review, where they toot and boot the looks from RuPaul's Drag Race, and that is what we will be doing once again for the Scarecrow Stock. Now not free. Now a thing you have to pay for.
You can look at the scarecrows for free.
You can look at the scarecrows for free. I'm so tired of talking, let's just get into this. Okay, so up first we have the All Hallows Eve Boutique. Oh, I mean, it's the one from last year. That's a 2. That's a shoe. That's a shoe. She was, that was the main one in the main gift shop last year. Yeah. 2. Okay, so up next we have custom gear at Studios, and that is, what is that, the Fast and Furious gift shop? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what did you say it was called? Dial M for mechanic? Alright, let's see it. I haven't seen any others yet. It's a boot for me. Maybe a soft toot. I don't know. It's a boot. It's a mechanic outfit. I don't know. I like that it's themed to the store.
Yeah.
The Scarecrow is in the Tonight shop, and it is called Late Night. Oh, it's kind of cute. That's a 2. That's a 2. So this is in the main Islands of Adventure gift shop. This is called Don't Stay Up Too Late. That's really cute. Oh, that's a 2 for sure. I think that one, I was aware of this one. This one has Sterling Denim's art. Like, that's really cute. Yeah, it's really cute. So this is in the Dino store. This is the Chaos Theorist, and I already knew what this was as soon as you said the Dino store. And this is a 2. This is a shoot. This is God tier. Jeff Goldblum shirtless as a pumpkin, as a scarecrow. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. It's a shoot. Incredible. So we have the Universal Studios store, and it's called the Killer Thriller. It's a soft 2.
What?
It's cute. I don't know.
It's got the birds.
All right. It's
Alfred Hitchcock.
It's a 2. It's a 2, but it's a 2. Fine. It's a 2. All right. I didn't see the movie references. Tune Extra at Islands of Adventure, and it's called
Animator's Tune Up.
All right. Let's see it. Is it drawing?
Yeah, there's like a picture of a different angle.
It's fine. It's a boot. I mean, it's just like wearing khakis and a shirt. I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. Sorry, whoever made you. At the Five and Dime, we have the License to Thrill. I think I saw this one. It's a boot. That is a boot. Sorry. No can do. Right, we have at Sahara's Traders, Reggie's Coffee Run. It's a 2. Come on. Mummified Reggie, it's a 2. Especially since we might never see Mummified Reggie ever again. So at MIB Gear Shop, we have a scarecrow titled Conspiracy. It's hard because I know what was there last year, which was my top 2, my favorite. It's still good. It's a 2. But it's going to be real hard to live up to that scarecrow from last year. At the Universal Legacy store in City Walk, we have Totally Tubular. Boo. Boo. The Treasures of Poseidon. This one is titled Tour Guide Taylor. It's a 2. You see? Does he have a trident? Yeah, that's a 2. It's a 2. It's a 2. Sorry. So this one is at Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium. It's called the Chocolate Canary. This is at the Islands of Adventure Trading Company. It's called Plunderer's Paradise. It's a 2. It's cute. It's a 2. What was everybody?
That's everybody.
What do they say in Fashion Photo Review? Our top 2 of the week is obviously the Jeff Goldblum one. What is that one called? Chaos Theory?
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Theorist. Chaos Theorist. Our top 2 of the week is Chaos Theorist. Top 2 of the week. Our top 2 of the season. Our top 2 of whatever the fuck this is. Trend Alert. Pumpkins. Straw. Scarecrows. Autumn. Fall. So thank you for tuning in this week for part 1 of the Halloween Horror Nights 30 review. We will be back next week with the entertainment things, the things you actually care about, with haunted houses, scare zones, and shows. If you had fun, thank you for sticking through the madness for this. Let me know what your favorite drink this season was. What was your favorite food? Was there any... Am I an idiot? Did I buy all of the wrong merchandise this year? Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Keep me in your algorithm if you can. Help your boy out. And we will see you guys literally next week with part 2 of the Horror Nights Gauntlet Halloween Horror Nights 30 review. Good God, that was a mouthful.